Hello, this is the We Hate Skittles podcast.
Did you just say we hate Skindles podcast? I'm sorry. What was this again, Chris?
The We Hate Skill Windows podcast.
Yes, and your name is?
I'm Chris.
Hello, and my name is Stagtown. And welcome to the Stagtown podcast, where we discuss all things Stagtown and only Stagtown. Hi, I'm Rye. Today we're reviewing Regressor Instruction Stagtown. Uh, sorry, we just read Stagtown, you know? If you, this is not a review for Stagtown, but if you wanted to, heavily recommend checking out Stagtown. I think it's still available on Webtoons. I've never read such a painfully riveting story. It's like you want to put it down because you think the main characters are gonna, like, die at any moment, but you don't because the suspense keeps you reading. It's good. I recommend it. Anyway, on the We Hate Skindles podcast, I feel like you did say skill windows, but I heard skindles, and I was like, skindles? Like, skin kindles?
Oh no.
Ever wanted to skin a Kindle? Or make a Kindle out of Oh yeah, right. So, the regressor instruction manual. This is a interesting one because this does not follow the story of a regressor. It follows the story of a man who has decided to take advantage of a regressor. Our main character is possibly the most shameless person you'll ever see, who is also very manipulative. Uh, and they sort of get sent to like a different reality, if I recall. I'm certain blanking on the first bit.
Yeah.
They basically get sent to like a, isekai, mass isekai. It's one of the mass isekai ones where like everyone basically gets sent over to a different world. And the main character just does whatever he can to survive, which for the most part is like manipulation and being horrible to people. But he also, in the time frame, recruits some people to be on his side through manipulation and trickery. And one of them's a regressor. But he's really naive, so he gets tricked real good. And it's really just a story of how the MC manages to like swindle his way into politics and also into being a vice leader of a guild and all this other stuff. He's just super messed up. I would swear, but we're not 7 minutes in yet. He's really effed up in the head, you know? And he's got this yandere girlfriend who's technically his girlfriend, but I think it's more of a one-sided crush, and he just acts like her girlfriend or her boyfriend. But you think he actually likes her?
Yeah, I think he likes how useful she is.
Yeah, I think he enjoys that she's like one of the top sorcerers in the world or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the same way that he imagines the one guy who's always gonna be his shield because he's a meat shield.
Meat shield.
Meat shield. Yeah. I don't know. What do you opinion. Opinion please.
Oh. Honestly, it was funny at first, but it became real. I don't know.
I think this one was fun.
Just all of the issues that
Do you like the part where it was Korea versus Japan?
oh, that was awkward. Imagine isekaiing to another world and it's still nation politics.
No, no,
Uh,
no, but this time it's in a different world, so the rules are slightly skewed.
at least they didn't make any disparaging remarks to each other. That was nice.
No, they didn't really do
Or,
that, but they definitely were like, the Yamato Guild and
yeah.
sort of still the same feel. Yeah, no yellow skinned monkeys this time. Yellow skin dolls. Anyway, I don't know. I like this one. I feel like I've ran out of things to say. Maybe this is for the best. I personally did like this one. The main character is such a pain that he's sort of great. He's like incredibly two-faced, and people like recognize that he's two-faced, but he's also weirdly he's maxed out his charisma stat somehow so hard that people believe him even though they know that he's full of BS. And
He makes
yeah,
such horrible remarks sometimes,
I hate that
and
his laugh
everyone
is like poo
everyone doesn't bat
he.
an eye. And then the other person, like whoever's the antagonist at the time, will make like a disparaging remark, and everyone will be like,
Oh my
"Oh,
god,
you
you villain, you
garbage!"
monster, you human piece of human filth.
I'm
The
just
MC
like,
says something
seriously?
very out of pocket, and they're like, "Oh, our dear MC, my poor victim." Yeah, he's got the public image on his side. You like how his laugh is like poi he. Is it poi hoi hoi hoi? It's a horrible laugh. I don't like it. It's a laugh of like a pain thorn in your side character.
Yeah.
He's not a villain, but he also slight spoilerish things, but you'll get there when you read the thing. The regressor, he's like the secondary character. He keeps having nightmares of his previous life where a masked man keeps taunting him and getting in the way of his plans. Is that not the main character?
I bet it is. It
It
has to
absolutely
be.
has to be.
Someone that trolly and horrific. Yeah.
Yeah, and the main character even says something or thinks along the lines of like, "Thank God we have Lee Kyung in my life this time. I wonder where he was in my previous life. He must have died or something." And then we have like him flashing back to this man who's just wearing like a smiley face mask, and the guy's just really trolly and really horrible, and talks just like Lee Kyung.
He does.
Yeah. Also, didn't there was a remark there somewhere about how um I think like he killed Hayan, the girl, I think.
Yeah.
That was like there would have only been one person I think that would have done that. But yeah, the cast is pretty well rounded. Hayan, I think I'm pronouncing that roughly correctly. She's the female protagonist. I
Yeah.
don't think I can say that. She's the female character representation. She's a villain. She's a final
She-
boss.
she's
She
straight up a villain.
there's a part where she like fantasizes about taking Lee Kyung hostage and cutting off his legs so he can't run away. And then be like, "Oh, darling, I cooked you some porridge. Oh, is it uncomfortable? Oh, it must be because your legs were severed. Oh, don't worry, I'll spoon feed it to you." She's Yuno Gasai crazy.
She is.
Yeah, and that's why we love her. Do we though? Do we? Do we love any of the characters in this?
I
The regressor is
mean,
like clueless and a little stupid, naive, stupid.
yeah. I don't hate Doku.
Yeah, well, the meat shield.
Meat shield.
He's a meat shield. Yeah, I we we didn't hate this one, huh?
Uh, I,
You
this
sort
was.
of hated it, maybe.
I was definitely annoyed at some of the the big drama that was they tried to portray.
What about the part where he like no you'd the court and became a bishop? by mixing hallucinogens into holy water.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you sent your spy, but you actually heard my spy say that they were doing something. He basically Uno reverse carded the guy, and it killed him by drowning. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Religion, the
I
power of religion.
they've got
Yeah,
some really weird arcs. Or not weird, just like
little. He resolves everything by talking. He
he
has like no
does.
useful combat abilities either, but he managed to BS his way into getting like a heroic level sword.
I think it's legendary.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he got her the sword because he pretended to be her dead lover and somehow pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yup. He actually is just like persuasion checking the whole story. He's how I play Divinity.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
I
rating
think it's
time.
a neat concept. Yeah,
Uh,
sure, that's right.
no. Go through your neat concept. Hold on. Let's not rush the rating.
I mean, I kind of like how instead of him just like fighting through everything and beating it up, he tries to persuade through them.
Well,
But
he's
at
not
the
strong enough
same
to fight him.
time, yeah, I just find I don't know. I find his execution to be kind of weak, but everyone's like, "You got it." I'm like, "Oh,
This
okay."
character is very painful, and he's actually very cringe sometimes.
Yeah,
But
he's so dramatic with all his acting, but he's always like, "I'm a god tier actor." I'm like, "Really?"
I guess no one in this world has the prowess to see through. Well, no, that one girl, short-haired blonde or brown-haired girl,
Oh yeah,
Katie,
yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah, that one,
yeah, something like that.
Kia or something. Yeah, she knows, and but she's also likes him, I guess, in a horrible way.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in this story is messed up in the head. That's why we love it so much. Have you ever seen such a painfully shameless MC with no morals?
Honestly,
Some of them they are sort of messed up. Like, uh, what's it called? I'm the main villain, or I'm the fated villain. That guy's definitely a
yeah.
little messed up. He's not this messed up though. I think. Actually, is he?
Mm,
No,
maybe
that
he
guy just
is.
kills people. There's a difference between like a character who is not strong enough to actually kill by themselves, doing this through wordplay alone, and someone who just has overwhelming power. I like that about that. It's gonna get docked points because of yandere though. I do not enjoy obsessive girlfriend. I'm gonna cut you up and store your pieces in my freezer so I can kiss you goodnight every day. Type of shit. And then sometimes I'll take you out for walks and we'll reanimate you into a little flesh golem and you can sit in the stroller. Right.
Yeah.
Art score.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's
When will we dock the art score more than we have for the last one? Uh yeah, it's good art. Is it the redice art though? Does it cross mine 9? What are you giving what are you giving it? We know I'm only gonna be able to do 9 or lower.
I think I'd this is I'll have to really stare at it again. It's whoa.
It's got good art.
Yeah. I think I'll give it like I'll give it a 9.
Okay, I can agree with that. Let's both go a 9 then. And now we get to the story. The story is pretty slow progressing, honestly. Well, I guess we get out into the world and then they join the Blue Guild and then it's just Blue Guild activities.
They have these like comedy episodes.
They have a lot of
I'm
comedy
assuming
episodes.
they're probably funnier if you understand Korean culture, maybe? I don't know.
Or maybe there's
I
more
was
wordplay in
very
the writing.
yeah.
It's pretty funny. I mean, the main character is like absolutely an abominable person, but he's uh he's also a decent no, never mind. I was gonna say he's also a decent person. He's not. I lied. Uh he's he's comical. Yeah. Do you not did you not have any things to comment? I guess it's more character than story. Did you not have anything to comment on how he like breaks the fourth wall every chapter?
Oh, he does?
Oh, he doesn't break the fourth wall, I guess. He's just very self-aware. You know, like he'll be like his internal monologue is just really messed up. Actually,
Yeah.
most of the characters' internal monologue is hmm. I Do you think we dock points for the story being slow? Or do you think this is one where you're like, oh, the fleshed out story makes it better?
It's not really fleshed out. I would say the arcs
Oh, but you learn
aren't like super
about
in
how
depth.
Hayan wants to like marinate the MC and keep his liver to
Yeah.
lick it every day or something.
They really try to like put like heavy dollops of like comedy in like in
In
between,
between
and
the
sometimes the
psychotic
entire
nature of the characters.
yeah,
No one is sane in
and
this. Everyone who's important is not sane, except for the regressor, who's just very dumb. Dense? I don't know. He's like too believing.
oblivious.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
word. He's blind. He's blind and also willing to trust the MC
With literally everything,
with his
apparently.
life. Yeah. No. Find someone who can do that for you in the world. It's hard, especially since you regressed. Uh, Omniscient reader. But if Kim Dokcha had absolutely no morals. Well.
It
Uh,
did remind me a lot of Omniscient Reader because
it's
of
a
like
similar thing, right? Like,
the same
except this
like
guy doesn't
perspective.
know the future. He just knows that the
Yeah,
regressor knows the future. Yeah.
yeah. It still has that same feeling though, like you know who the how like who are the good people because he can literally see that with his
He has the
yeah.
whole like I have the mind's eye power, and this allows me to peek at other people's status windows.
So
But
it
he
still has
doesn't
like that old shtick.
do it too much, and it's the status window is also a little self-aware.
Yeah,
It talks to
okay,
him.
that's really funny. I like the status window text a lot.
I like it when the status window yells at him and like makes fun of him.
It's kind of funny.
When the status window is not sane, it's good. It's nice. I don't know what to give the story. What would you give the story? I guess, and I'll follow suit.
Um, the comedy was really it didn't hit with me, so I'd probably give it like a 4.
No. I like the comedy, but I also am not sure if this was a good story or not. So I guess we'll give it a 5 and call it a day. I like the characters. Not the character score. I like the characters. But again, Yandere. How many points do we deduct for Yandere?
Depends on how much you hated her.
I She was like so cool and like her design's very cute. And then
Yeah.
the things that she says from her mouth are very not cute and make me sort of want to die.
Honestly.
like if this girl existed, I, I would rather get eaten by monsters, I think, and keep her in my party. And knowing that everyone else just sees it as like, oh, they're just being lovey-dovey. And the MC is literally like, help, please, send help, please, someone send help. She's going to kill me. She's not joking. Can you imagine, like, the world's greatest magician, and she's a yandere? I I would feel so bad.
There's
But the
nothing anyone
comedy,
can do.
we're gonna deduct 2 points. I liked everyone else. 8.
Ugh.
You like
I,
yanderes? What's your opinion? You like the Yuno Gasai character?
the Inagasa character is, I don't know.
I'll
I
kill the entire world just to be with you.
She's definitely kind of cringe. I don't know.
You know, like the devotion. What about
She definitely
Hayan's?
has.
I'll cut off your legs so you can't run away from me.
I don't like hate it that much. Honestly, it just kind of like it just rolls over.
What are some other
It's
famous
definitely not a
yanderes?
positive.
You think of any? You know of any other famous yanderes?
Oh,
Wondering
there's the
purely out
one
of
from
curiosity.
Akame got killed. Uh,
Oh, here's a CVR list. 20 best yandere characters. I can't wait to not agree. Rolo Lamperouche and Code Geass? He's a
Rolo?
yandere?
Um,
I don't I don't
mm,
think
that's a
so.
pretty interesting description. Huh,
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
I guess. I think he's just sort of
Maybe?
stupid. He like wanted love too much, like brotherly love-ish from Lelouch that he just got
Yeah.
like obsessed. I don't think he's a yandere though. He's he's more of complicit of the emperor than a yandere. Whatever. I have not watched School Days. I don't know who this is. Kotonoha Katsura. Don't know who that is. Mia or Misa Amane, Death Note. She's a yandere? I guess.
Yeah, I
I
guess. I
suppose
might count
so.
that.
Yeah. You know what Love Tyrant is? I do not.
Uh,
Oh. Oh, it's this
Lucy's considered a yandere? That's really
Lucy in what? Fairy Tale?
Elfin lied.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Lucy in Fairy Tale? Andre?
Uh,
This list says uh Tsukiyama in Tokyo Ghoul, the purple haired guy. They're saying he's a yandere. I don't think
oof.
so. He sort of is for like his arc, and then he goes, well, he's just sort of like unrequited love for Kaneki. What the heck is this? This is this. That's a recent thing, or is this an old thing? What are you? The heck? This is an old thing, isn't it? Original run 2012. What the heck? What is this? Shimoneta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. What is this?
Even-
Okay. What he finds himself entwined with a perverted terrorist who forces him to create pornographic material as a protest. What? CBR has never had the good lists. I don't know what Shiki is. I don't know what Data Live is. Lucy Elden. Elden. I almost said Elden lied. Like Elden Ring. Uh yeah, these characters sort of look messed up. Ungale had a yandere? I don't think that's a yandere. I think that's just obsession. Okay, we're done with this list. Let's move on. Character score. Give give a character. Hello? You still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm just reading this Yandere list, and I'm.
No,
This
no,
is.
we're the yandere list. I don't
Uh,
even know these characters anymore. Do you recognize any of these people?
I recognize some of them, but I disagree with so many of these.
Oh, hey, it's Happy Sugar Life. You talked
Oh,
about that one.
oh.
I
Okay, yeah,
remember
she's
that
a
one.
Yandere.
Oh,
She
is she?
counts.
That's the one where like she loves a grade schooler or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I can't believe Himiko Toga is the number one rated yandere on this list.
Huh,
I cannot. That's not.
that's kind of
That's
surprising.
that's called you took the most popular thing on here and slapped it on as number one.
I agree she's a yandere, but like, is
I
she
don't
really
think
the
she's
most
number
popular?
one.
Yeah.
I also don't think
Yeah.
the guy from Gun Gale should be here as a yandere, arguably. But questioning. Yeah, in fact, where is Hayan? Huh? I guess she's not in an anime. You've watched Higurashi?
I've watched the first season.
Did I cannot I can't imagine it was good, right?
It's interesting, it's intriguing.
All I know about Higurashi is they've got some really like fucked up faces.
Yeah, yeah. Calling
The faces
Shion
prevent
yandere
me
is.
from
Mm.
reading or watching it.
You should check out Higurashi, it's interesting.
I don't know if I could. The faces scare me too much. I've seen some AMVs and they're very gory.
Yeah, it is a gory show.
Yeah. Yup. Never actually watched into Elfen Light either.
It's a. Oof.
I've seen like the first 3 episodes or so, and then the anime group I was part of in high school decided they couldn't watch anymore or something. Or they just moved
It's
on.
kind of uncomfortable to watch.
No, a lot of those like early shows. You watch it and you go, "What the heck were you guys on?" Isn't Data Live like a super nothing show?
Yeah, I
I
thought so.
might be wrong. Why is this girl holding a gun? This is not like a. Is this not what I
I
thought
thought it
it
was like an
was?
idol show or
Yeah,
something.
it feels
Yeah.
like an idol. Wait, it's not an idol show. Hold on. I thought it sounds like an idol show. I was
Yeah, right.
wrong. We
Date
were all
Live.
mistaken.
Maybe
What?
I'm thinking of Love Live. I
Oh, is that
conflated
what
them.
it is? Is Love Live an idol show? I imagine Love Live is an idol show. Is Love Live is an idol show. Data Live is has nothing to do with idols. What?
Actually, but it has the word date and live.
I did
Layla has nothing to do with
right.
it.
Hold on. Wait. Why is Date Alive called Date Alive? Oh yeah. Why is it called Date Alive? Um.
Live my entire life is a lie.
Well, hold on. So okay. Date Alive is the name of the game Kotori plays. On train Shido to date spirits, and the one with those options coming when Shido dates the spirits alive means that the dating is live as they are currently dating, but it's a game for Fraxinus to play where the choose the what is the huh? Okay, see, there's a better comment here. Data Live is the name of the operation created by the oh lord. Uh, Ratadosker Round Table. This operation consists of dating the spirits, making them fall in love. Ratadosker left Fraxinus Commander Kotori Itsuka in charge of this operation. The name Data Live seems to be a pun on Dead Alive. Okay, so it's like alive, like because I guess there's a lot of spirits. So it's like alive,
Uh,
not actually with live or date. I guess they're dating alive. I guess. Uh okay. Well.
oh,
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I see. So apparently there's a bunch of not earthquakes, spatial quakes, space quake. These are actual real things. Um, and he finds a girl who is a spirit who creates a spatial quake when they manifest in the real world. He's recruited to make use of his ability to seal the spirit's powers, thus stopping them from being a threat to mankind. However, there is a catch. To seal a spirit's power, he must make each spirit fall in love and make her kiss him. Ah, okay, alright. Date Alive is apparently not about idols or dating.
it's about dating, right?
Or
Or am I
yeah, it
wrong?
is, I guess, but it's like dating with a goal.
Yeah.
It's like the world God only knows. Is it? That's the one where the guy has to like make a lot of girls fall in love or something, right?
I don't think I've watched that.
Wait, really? Is it not this? I think it's this, right? Yeah, the world God only knows. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this guy plays a lot of otome
Oh, I
girl
have
games.
watched this.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then yeah, evil spirits hiding inside the hearts of girls. Only thing that can force the spirits out is by making them fall in love. Yeah. Yep. That's a sad sort of story, honestly. It's sort of depressing, but also very wholesome in a weird way. A good anime OP as well. And then I just haven't watched most of these, so we couldn't tell you. Maybe we should make some lists. Maybe you think we could make like yeah, honestly, we should just start doing tier lists. What are we doing? We should just do tier lists. Tier list content is where it's at. We can rank each power fantasy character from like strength. And then we can do like no, I shouldn't say it. That'd be a
What?
bad idea, right? You think you would be down to do a smash or pass tier list of power fantasy main characters?
Interesting. Maybe.
Perhaps. We'll have to see. It doesn't seem like a very promising prospect, seeing how most of the characters we'd be comparing here no one would know about. What are you gonna give for characters though?
Um, I'll give him a 4.
Holy shit. A 4? What was wrong with them, huh?
Yeah.
Too cringe.
I think my main issue is just how, I don't know, like the petty levels, there's there's a certain factor where like when everyone's so concerned with just like the perception of the action, like you know how they're like constantly the main character when he's like resolving issues, it's like he's massaging the like, the way people perceive the situation. And I don't know, it just feels so
He's a politician.
yeah.
It is very
I don't
scummy.
know. I wouldn't say it just feels very artificial or I don't know,
No,
like
no, no. He's pretty
yeah.
genuine like 10% of the time, which is not a lot. I think his inner monologue is pretty fair, but then yeah, I guess like I don't know. He's not a very likable character. but he's
And just
written to
all
be
the
like
side
that.
characters are like that too. Like all the side characters are like I don't know, they're very
Horrible people.
black or white about issues. It's like there's this person's side or that person's side, and the way things are handled, I felt it was just extremely, I don't know, frustrating to to read.
Dang, harsh, in my opinion. I like the shameless MC. No morals, not a single one. He would maim himself just for a very small moral victory.
Oh no, he had to do that so that he could like get out of jail. I
He
don't
wasn't even in jail. He did that to implicate
know.
the man so the man would
Yeah.
investigate him so he could 300 IQ big brain him into becoming a bishop.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, this one did have skill windows, technically speaking. They have like status
Yeah.
windows. Except he's like the only one who can see them.
I think everyone can.
No, like he can see
They
other
can see their
people's.
own. Oh yeah, yeah.
And then the one priestess lady can see other people's, right? I think, or she
Yeah.
can see
She can
something.
do it. She can do it too, yeah.
Yeah, some people have the special mind eye powers. Do you think they were egregious though? I don't think so. I feel like this one was pretty fair.
It's kind of hard to see because on one hand, the like my big issue with skill windows usually is that I just find it kind of
But did he
absurd
buy bread
that
and water from the shop?
oh
I
yeah,
feel like
that's
that's
really
your
annoying.
biggest qualifier for it being annoying. He bought bread and water from the cash shop. And then he never did it again.
Uh, I just feel like it's kind of awkward when like you transfer into a realistic other world, but then they're like, "All right, we're going with game rules." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
but
okay."
a lot of them.
It makes sense if you're in a video game, but these like worlds where like, "All right, God has descended upon you." She has decided that the world's the video game.
No, she has not
I'm
even
always
decided
like,
that the world's video game. She just decided to gamify the world.
"Yeah."
And now all of a sudden, yeah, you can you can say status window to bring up your status window. And now you all of a sudden have MP bar and why actually? But you know,
It's kind
you
of
can tell
yeah.
these things were written by gamers. You know, actually you can tell a lot of these stories were written by gamers, but people, but like consumers. Because if you see how these people write about like game companies, you realize they have no idea of what a game company does. They're like, ah, yes, the mod team, the ones that sit and stare at the game as the AI makes it, and the ones that panic when a scenario goes wrong. Oh no, the world's on fire. What should we do, team manager? Ah, we should sit and watch it for another 3 days. You guys not understand that games are not always live 24/7. They go down for maintenance and patching, and the dev teams will go and actually like make the thing better. No, no, no. We can't interfere with the AI's process. We better let them cook. I I have grievances. It's not this one. I think they were manageable, right? The skill windows. We didn't hate them.
Um,
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna write out a we
I,
didn't hate him score.
I find them a bit questionable, but it wasn't like obtrusive.
All right, we'll do a
And they were kind of
questionable out of
funny at
10.
times.
Questionable but funny. There. The unnecessary score. Okay. What's math? Ow. We got these. Okay, it made it past 50%. That's how you know it's good.
Hey.
I think this one actually ranks higher than a lot of things we read. It's a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
ours end up being 6.33. I'm not wrong.
Ooh.
That's like the bulk of them. No, all sit in that category because we like hated the story and we hated the characters, but the art was good. That's how all of them go. This was you, I think. So now it should be me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Should we just review Stagtown?
Uh, really?
We just read it, right? But I guess we'd have to like reread it. Want to reread Stagtown? It's not a power
Mhm.
fantasy, but it's very good.
Really isn't.
Very very good. I have I don't I, you know everything on Webtoons is pretty good, especially non spellcaster. Well, that's pretty good.
I think on Webtoons is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't you read
Oh.
Dice? That was pretty good. Pretty pog. Some of these on the Asura list, I know you apparently avoided going on Asura. Oh, which is crazy to me because I spend a lot of my life on this site. Um, I know you avoid it, but I've read a lot of these. So part of me is just like looking through to see what we could read that's not like too short or too painful. Because I really would prefer not to read the ones that are too painful. Uh, just because they're painful. And the painful one, the more painful it is, the more horrible it is for me to get through the second time around. Because I already know it's gonna be bad. Like for example, there's like Nano Machine, which is good, but Nano Machine is also reaching 200 chapters, and I don't want to go through 200 chapters. We did review the Max Level Hero Has Returned, right? I feel like that was one of the early ones. I feel like we read that. I think.
Oh, maybe. I'm looking it up right now.
I feel like we did.
I like that was such a generic sounding title that I don't even remember what that looks like.
Half of
I have
these
to
are
look it up
generic
what it looks
sounding
like.
titles. They're all very generic.
Honestly. Oh, I don't actually recall this one.
We didn't. Well, there's 152 chapters. I don't know how much I'm willing to go through that all. That's a lot. A lot, a lot. You know what? We can both be sad. I feel like we put ourselves through enough pain. Let's put ourselves through more pain. I've chosen my title.
Whoa, alright.
I'm gonna send it to
Let's
you,
read
and
this.
you can have your own reaction to it. You can read this out and tell me how you feel about this title. This is what we're reading now.
I returned as an FFF class witch doctor.
Correct. Doesn't that sound enticing and lovely?
I've seen that on like the banner. Like Sarah puts out ads for this one every now and then.
Uh huh. It's Yep. I. Mm, I. He's technically in a video game. Let's just say that. I guess. Ugh, I. He's such a painful. I. Anyway, we'll see you next time. So smash the like button so we can smash more light novels. No, that's not what we review. So we can smash more manhwa or something. And if you click the subscribe button on YouTube, it doesn't cost you money. You just get to see our videos more on our timeline or on your like feed. It's worth it, I swear. And if enough people comment that you want to see Dice be reviewed, we'll review Dice over the course of like the next year. Alrighty, well, see ya.